does it do that against the wishes of the 12-year-old girl and against the wishes of her parents? Yes or no?
To be honest with you, because
you're not answering, yes or no?
Because I'm not the physician making the decision.
That's exactly what your amendment would do.
Under the language of the bill, you're sending DFPS to the home of anybody who they believe to be at risk.
And that person has a right to say, I don't want you in my house.
Protecting a parent, which is currently protected under state law, Representative Villalba.
The question is quite simple. Are immunizations hurtful or are they harmful?
I think, Representative Villalba, as you know, there's a lot of well-meaning, very smart people on both sides of that issue.
Please come to.
Do you believe that parents have the right to choose what medical procedures happen with their children?
I think, as with all rights, we have to weigh. We have to find a balance. My amendment absolutely empowers doctors to practice medicine and make decisions that they think are in the best interests of that child.
You say that you want to empower that doctor. By its very nature, when you're empowering someone, you're disempowering someone else.
What inevitably happens is that the parent at the door does not have the understanding to tell CPS whether or not they can or cannot enter the home, because from their perspective, the government is here at their door. And so a lot of families don't understand that they should or should not waive their Fourth Amendment rights. What you're telling me is that there's no reason we couldn't send a police officer to all these people's doors anytime we wanted to, because they have the ability to refuse an investigation. That's true, but it's not a justification for sending a police officer to their door anytime you want to.
We can always send police officers to any door we want to all the time.
Your point to me is that the Fourth Amendment protects a person who chooses not to consent to someone coming to your door. My point to you is that the average person doesn't know that they can refuse that, or doesn't understand the implications of failure to refuse that.
I much more protect the rights of parents to make those decisions than I do any government bureaucrat coming in that home and telling the parent what to do.
You would protect the rights of parents over the rights of the children who've been exposed to a disease that could potentially be fatal.
Do I respect the rights of parents more than I respect the rights of government to come in and tell them what's best for the children?
Did I say government?
I so much more respect the rights of parents to do what's in the best interest of their children than government.
Right to live.
Than government, 100 times out of 100 times, give me the parent over the government official any day of the week.
Right to live. You agree that the right to swing your fist ends at my face.
That's fine, Representative Villalba. But if you want to make this personal, that's your choice, not mine.
Issues that normally would not have been a justification for removing the kids will become a justification in the caseworker's eyes, because you've already told them that this family is at risk of abuse or neglect.
You're saying that 12-year-old girl, and certainly that 12-year-old girl's parents, do not have that power to decide. Is that not what your amendment is doing?
I think the body is pretty clear that you are trying to turn this into some ridiculous scenario.
That's not true. By way of your answers and your in-answers to my questions, you're confirming to this body that that's what it would do, is to say, parent, it's not your decision anymore. Doctor, it's yours to make for this child.
Perhaps after that exchange, maybe we need a little more protection for existing law, don't you think?
It's scary to hear what we just heard, Representative Rinaldi, but I'd ask that we focus on my amendment, what it does not do. It's acceptable to the author. If someone wants to have a vote, let's vote and go forward.